we're going to see if we can use it. Okay.
So the idea behind this is it's a social work, right? So it's primarily used for helping kids. Gave us a great, background with hospitals, providing aid for children with autism or cancer. But what we also thought about was, well, these kids out in hospitals are going to be missing out on education, years of school, and we thought, well, we might as well bring school to Mirokai in itself. So obviously with the assistance of LLMs, what we can do is basically either for learning English or any sort of language, we can teach it nouns, describe what is a noun, what is an adjective, etc. So if we show get Mirokai to take an image of its surrounding setting, and then it will basically say all the nouns. So it's like a man, box, etc., and then it will give a definition using the Wikipedia API. And it's just good for kind of teaching children different types of things.
We use a library. So we took one of those cameras, and then we took the image, and we used a library to add it to a directory, and then we used another library in order to get this part from the directory, analyze the picture and give us a string which we analyze for nouns. So what we ended up having was a list of nouns from the string, and once we had that, then we could pass that into a Wikipedia API with a max result period of 3, because we wanted 3 fun facts about any of the nouns in the picture. So given this, the Mirokai should scan in front of it. It should, so for example, if it's in a computer, it will scan that, it will search through the API, the Wikipedia API, and it will give you 3 fun facts about a computer.
Something else I tried to do was implement mathematics into it as well. We haven't gotten around to it, but we were close, and I'm sure that if we've given it a bit more time, we could have definitely gotten around to it. But for example, what I wanted to do was, if I was to go up to Mirokai, or a kid, Ben was to hold up 5 fingers and 4 fingers, and say multiply, or subtract, and Mirokai will obviously give the result and teach how it works. So yeah, again, our basis and our thinking process was just bringing education to the kids. Of course, it's a social work book, and kind of just helping kids learn at the same time whilst dealing with their daily struggles. We haven't fully tested it out. Of course, everything is pretty much hypothetical.
It worked in simulation.
Yes, it worked in simulation. But in the simulation it was perfect. So in the simulation it worked. We're not sure how it would work now. For a week, you can try it out. You can try it out. Is it willing to try?
If I Mirokai now, I didn't manage to download the last for any ages.
Well, in the simulation it worked pretty well. So
we need to download
We'll try again to download.
We need to download PyTorch, but it's about almost 1 gigabyte size, so it takes about 10-20 minutes maybe to download, which is unfortunate because otherwise we can test it here.
yeah, in general though, it's really cool. Like if I was to show a toy to a kid, Mirokai will explain what that toy is. Of course, because the APIs that we're using, the knowledge it has is pretty good, and the fun facts it gives out, it's pretty vast. So yeah, we were pretty pleased with what we were able to accomplish, and we were able to kind of show it. Basically, the code that it requires, it's downloading stuff and takes a long time.
We're not bringing the computer, we're using the internet here.
We could have a big computer that's
You carried it here from London, I'm sure we can carry it.
yeah, I don't mind, but I mean, guys,
Maybe if we just,
We can certainly grab it.
yeah.
While we're doing that, if anybody's got any questions for these guys, now's your opportunity to ask them, alright?
you want to talk?
We use Python. So once we had the picture saved, in directory, PyTorch would get that picture, analyze the picture, and then generate a string, which would be about the picture. So, for example, if you have a man in, like, let's say something like that, it would say a man in a grey shirt standing in the corner, and then we would pass that string for nouns, give it to the Wikipedia API, and then any one of those nouns would be, it would return fun facts about any of those nouns, but we just pick one for simplicity sake for now. And then Mirokai should say three, four fun facts about any of the noun in the picture.
One of the biggest challenges we had with getting it to work was having it capture screenshots or frames of what it was seeing, and then passing that through was really tricky to figure out, but that's why we did it.
It required a lot of dependencies and other external libraries to get it to work, but in the end we were able to put it together and have it working in simulation. But we just need our computer now in order to show it on Mirokai. Anybody else?
Uploading a picture locally or
Locally.
so you have a so you don't have any places.
We don't have time to set up.
Is the Wikipedia API used native to Wikipedia?
Yeah, it's a URL. You feed it one or two parameters, and then you would get a JSON response from that, and then you would pass that, and then depending on what you want to do, you can nip it any way you want. You decide to get some facts about the noun that you put in for, and then you just return that.
What are the parameters would you put in for it?
So you put the noun, and then you would put max count, which is the number of fun facts you want.
Okay, is this API made for returning fun facts, or does it just return that? There's a reason to have laptops.
In this case, not specifically.
This Wi-Fi.
It does.
It's probably easier, so it generally just returns any useful information. So it's not always going to be fun facts, but it's generally useful facts.
You guys got questions?
I was filling in time, Dave.
I know. Can you propose to turn around and face you?
Yeah.
So when you tell them to take a shot, hit go. Yeah.
A telephone, colloquially referred to as a phone, is a telecommunications device that enables two or more users to conduct a conversation when they are too far apart to be easily heard directly. A telephone converts sound, typically and most efficiently the human voice, into electronic signals that are transmitted via cables and other communication channels to another telephone, which reproduces the sound to the receiving user. The term is derived from ancient Greek letter tau, Greek letter lambda, Greek letter epsilon, Roman egg, tel, lit firm phony, together meaning distant voice.
Yeah, so what just happened was it took a frame of all of us using the different objects, and it looked at all the nouns, and then it randomly chose one noun, so it selected the phone that Shahin was using. Dave, if you could look at the terminal, look at all the nouns, is there a list of nouns?
Yeah, it says man, cell, phone.
Okay, yeah, so you decided to go with the phone, and then use a Wikipedia API, and it just took 3 fun facts from it, just to explain, well, hypothetically, the kid, if I was to hold a toy, what is the toy? Give me some fun facts about it. Calculator, I'll give you some fun facts about a calculator. That was the first time we ever tried it with the robot. So.
Hey,
It also proves one other thing. Wikipedia is really boring.
Because you said fun facts, but we didn't say.
Useful facts.
See, it depends how geeky you are, doesn't it? Because I actually saw the bit at the end where it worked out what the Greek stuff was about where the word came from. I thought that was quite fun. But
I did it objected to the GPT API, because then it will just actually give you some fun facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something we can do next time.
Changing them to be fun facts is the easiest part. Getting it to do all that is not easy.
That was the hard part. You